Welcome to the first episode of Phenomenal Top 5. The military strength of a nation depends upon the power of its air force, army, and navy. Just having a large number of soldiers doesn't make a military strong. An armed force is the combination of numerous things like the number of personnel, weapon technology used by the military, and defense budget. In this video there are the top 5 most powerful military in the world. Number 5, Japanese military. The Japanese military, known as the Japanese Self-Defense Forces, is a relatively small, but highly trained, force that is a key member of the United Nations, as well as the G7, possessing approximately 309,000 troops, active and reserve, a fleet of 155 ships, and a powerful air force consisting of 1,449 aircraft, including helicopters, jets, and bombers. The Japanese military is highly capable of defending its nation from both foreign and domestic. Spending over $41.6 billion a year for their defense budget, the Japanese have also equipped their troops with the latest military hardware and gadgets, including 21 nuclear-powered submarines. Enhancing their overall forces is 1,004 tanks, 5,500-plus armored vehicles, nearly 700 artillery pieces, and 300-plus special forces. When examined together, it is clear that the Japanese military is one of the strongest defense forces in the world, although the Japanese military possesses no nuclear weapons or aircraft carriers, similar to Turkey. Their country makes up for this deficiency through active participation in the UN and G7, respectively. Likewise, they are currently protected under the United States nuclear umbrella, which guarantees their security in exchange for their decision to not acquire nuclear weapons on their own. This provides the Japanese military incredible strength on the world stage, as their alliances and technological advancements are top-notch. Number 4, British military. The British military, also known as Her Majesty's Armed Forces, is a small but incredibly powerful military force on the world stage. Possessing approximately 231,000 troops, both active and reserve, 75 warships, 693 aircraft, and 2,000 special forces, spending approximately $60.5 billion a year on defensive measures and upgrades, the British have focused primarily on achieving technological superiority on the battlefield while simultaneously reducing their number of troops each year. Part of their advanced arsenal is 2 aircraft carriers and 10 nuclear-powered submarines. Enhancing their overall capabilities for ground assaults is the British possession of nearly 227 tanks, 5,015 armoured vehicles, and 200 artillery pieces. The British military is an incredibly strong fighting force with some of the most highly trained units in the world. This is especially true of their Royal Marines and SAS operatives. And while Britain's military is comparatively small, when examined alongside other countries, they more than make up for this deficiency through their active membership in NATO, and their possession of 200-plus nuclear weapons, providing them with a number of powerful allies and countermeasures in the event of an attack. Number 3, Chinese military. The Chinese military, also known as the People's Liberation Army, or Republic of China Armed Forces, is a massive military force rivaled only by India in terms of its overall size and manpower. Possessing approximately 3,134,000 troops, active and reserve, 777 warships, and 3,285 aircraft and bombers. Spending over $216 billion a year on hardware and equipment, the Chinese military possesses some of the most advanced weaponry on the planet, including missiles, aircraft, and a navy that is comprised of 79 nuclear submarines and 2 aircraft carriers. Complementing their tremendous manpower is a land force comprised of 52 50-plus tanks, 35,000 armored vehicles, 6,000 artillery pieces, and over 3,160 rocket projectors. To date, total number of special forces is currently classified, but is estimated to include a whopping 20,000 to 40,000 personnel. In regard to their overall strength, the Chinese military is an extremely powerful force on the world stage, and is bolstered by 260 to 320 nuclear weapons. Number 2, Russian military. The Russian military, also known as the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation, or Russian Armed Forces, is an exceptionally large and technologically advanced military on the world stage. Possessing 1,350,000 troops, both active and reserve, 605 warships, and 4,173 aircraft, spending $84.5 billion a year on advanced military equipment and hardware. The Russian military is often seen as a direct rival and threat of the United States, as they possess highly sophisticated missiles, including both hypersonic and long-range missiles, advanced aircraft, and a powerful navy comprised of 1 aircraft carrier and 70+ nuclear submarines. Enhancing these already impressive numbers is a land force comprised of 12,420 tanks, 30,122 armored vehicles, 14,000+ artillery pieces, 3,391 rocket projectors, and a force of 17,000+ special forces. Taken together, the Russian military possesses the largest tank force in the world, with their total number of aircraft and submarines rivaling that of the United States and China, regarding their overall strength and power. The Russian military is an exceptionally powerful force on the world stage, and is bolstered by an impressive 6,000+ nuclear weapons at their disposal. Number 1, United States military. Topping our list of the world's most powerful militaries is the United States military, also known as the United States Armed Forces. Characterized as both large and technologically advanced, the United States military is regularly cited as a technologically superior force on the world stage, and maintains the most highly trained military units on the planet. As of April 2022, the military is comprised of 6 different branches, which includes the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard. Possessing 1,832,000 troops, both active and reserve, 484 advanced warships, and 13247+ aircraft, including bombers, fighter jets, and helicopters, the United States military is capable of placing boots on the ground anywhere in the world within hours, spending an astounding $601 billion a year on their defense budget. The United States regularly purchases, and develops, some of the world's most advanced and sophisticated weaponry imaginable. Included in their impressive arsenal are Switchblade drones, pinpoint-accurate missiles, stealth aircraft, as well as a superior naval force consisting of 11 aircraft carriers, 68 submarines, and 92 destroyers. In terms of land forces, the American military is supported by 6,612 tanks, 45,193 armored vehicles, 3,000+ artillery pieces, and 1,366 rocket projectors. As if this wasn't enough, the United States maintains one of the largest elite forces in the world, with 70,000+ operators across the military's 6 branches. The United States military is the most powerful fighting force the world has ever known, and is bolstered by 4,000+ nuclear weapons. That was the review of the top 5 most powerful military forces in the world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment with your thoughts and ideas for the future videos.